Which of these books was not written by Ronald Dahl? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, Coraline, or Matilda?
Coraline.
Okay, it's
Coraline.
Matilda. No, it's not Matilda. It's Coraline. But you called him Ronald?
Rolled.
Oh, sorry. Rolled.
Get the Chocolate Factory. I thought that was Willy Wonka.
That was the character, not the author. It wasn't an autobiography. Felicia, he didn't write it about himself.
The book is called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
So where does Willy Wonka come into play?
He's in the book.
He owns
He's the
it.
character in the book.
Oh, Felicia Lawrence.
I still don't get it. So why would they call it Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory if it wasn't really his chocolate factory?
It is his chocolate factory, Felicia. But Charlie visited it. And then Charlie owns it. You saw the movie, right?
We don't have time to go through everything here, but we'll work through it throughout the show.
If you look at page 37.
3 days till Christmas. I just finished
Oh,
making
yes.
something. Yay. Exciting.
John, haven't
Happy.
you get your gift yet?
Well, you're gonna be waiting a while. I'll blame FedEx for a bit. 3 days, happy Tuesday night. Brandon Pope in for Amy Rutledge. Felicia Lawrence in for herself. She's got the middle seat today. She's got all the power. And I'm John Hanson over here on the left side of your screen. Y'all ready to start this thing?
Let's do
go.
it.
All right, let's start with the good Chicago in 60. You heard the honk, and here we go. All right, well, the long-planned AIDS garden that is along Lake Michigan on the north side has hit another delay. State funding has really dried up during the pandemic. The garden currently has this big old green statue. So this is a rendering of what it's eventually going to look like. The statue is there. None of the people are there, and none of the grass and other things are there. Final plans do include an educational walk, reflective healing garden, and a grand lawn, but they're all going to have to wait. Hopefully the state figures this out. Certainly will be a great tribute to all those that we've lost from HIV/AIDS, a very important thing for the entire city of Chicago, but especially the north side near the Lakeview community too.
Got that right.
All right.
Yeah,
Former
nice.
NBA player Ulysses Jr. Bridgman will likely own Ebony Media after bidding $14 million for it in U.S. bankruptcy court. The iconic monthly magazine, of course, it documented African-American experiences for over 70 years. Now, Bridgman first grew up in Chicago, and he said he viewed the former Ebony headquarters on Michigan Avenue with a real sense of pride.
Yeah, that means a lot to the community. I hope that it certainly he's going to carry on the legacy that has been set.
Yeah, I mean, the legacy itself is just like Black media and the legacy of Black media. There's so few historic Black media organizations out there. It's important to protect them and preserve them, and I'm glad that someone stepped in to do so.
All right, this is cool for you sneakerheads. The classic Air Jordan 1 KO could be coming back in 2021. A sneaker leak account posted pictures of the upcoming Chicago shoe on Instagram today. Of course, the original dropping in the 80s before it was released again in 2010. Apparently, they're going to sell for $140. Brandon, you getting those?
$140, maybe not, but hey, they look great. That's the classic. That's the classic Jay. I had some J's like that growing up, and I mean, kids nowadays see shoes like that on Spider-Man himself, so I can see why they'd re-release it.
Makes sense.
I think so many, 140 is not bad. I think so many people are going to be buying these up and then, they resell them on the internet for twice as much or even more than that. That's when it gets too far for me.
Right.
Yeah, it gets pretty pricey by then. Well, Chicago schools are seeing their fair share of challenges this year. A Bronzeville teacher is taking matters into his own hands to bring some hope in the name of science.
The Bronzeville Marathon was created after I heard that the Boston Marathon was postponed. Initially, I was going to do the Boston Marathon. I'm originally from Boston, and I thought, it'll be kind of emotional for me to go do that. Plus, it's the hardest marathon, so it kind of, in my head, it made sense to go. I'd have to pay the piper to earn the award, but when it was postponed, I thought to myself, well, really the critical thing is the fundraising and getting the kids the access to the education. So I thought, well, what a great idea. We'll create the virtual marathon here in the Bronzeville community centered around the school, and we'll make it a big community event. We'll engage the local businesses. Just going around through all the local businesses to make them aware of a fundraiser I'm doing. The Alderman Pat Dowell and just the local community organizations. and try to get everybody out in support of this effort, which is going to be to improve the local school, which is Wendell Phillips High School. This is maybe second to Harlem. The Bronzeville neighborhood is totally influential on American culture. If you just look around this school specifically, who's gone in from Nat King Cole to Sam Cooke to Gwendolyn Brooks, you name it, the list goes on and on about like very talented individuals. I'm a football coach for the team. We've won 2 state championships, and just being on the sidelines and working with the young men too, in the sidelines down at Mandrake Park, you feel that passion from the people pouring out. They want for this community to grow.
Is to engage the local businesses in the community.
The phase 1 would be to raise $250,000, right? That's enough to get us going initially to start by hiring teacher and maybe teachers, and then also build out a robotics lab for the kids to have that hands-on experience.
We would love to get involved. Just let us know when you have the poster up so we can hang them up around the school so we can let the community know whenever they walk past or,
Terrific.
Yeah.
It's been great. The principal, Mr. Sullivan's been completely supportive. He's backed me. He's been there to be an ear when I have questions and offer advice back. And he's been very quick to respond to any questions I've had. Pretty much most of the things I've asked, he's like, yeah, go do it, right? And he's very happy. Like I'll email him, and I'm getting nothing but positive response back. Teachers have been, for the most part, supportive, though COVID has made it challenging on teachers.
We're trying to raise enough money to create a STEM department.
If people would like to help me, they can follow the story on my Instagram at Mike Runs for Phillips, and they can donate to the GoFundMe page that's linked on that bio, right? The minimum is $5. They can obviously donate as much as they want, right? We'd like to make as much money as humanly possible. They can spread the word, take the link and send it all over their Instagram, their Twitter, their Facebook, and encourage their friends, right? The more people, the merrier. We would love this thing to go viral.
And if you'd like to help it out and donate to this fundraiser, head over to his GoFundMe page. All those details are up on the screen. Felicia?
Okay, well, it is not just the holiday season, it's also falling iguana season too. Now, basically when the cold weather hits in Florida, iguanas start falling out of the trees. No, they do not die. Because they're cold-blooded animals, they slow down and become immobile when temps drop into the 40s. And it's expected to be in the 30s and 40s in the next few days in Florida. And they're gonna be bundled up like it's Antarctica. Right.
When we were first talking about this
sympathy for the iguanas.
We do, yeah. When we first talking about this, I didn't even know this was a thing. You guys were talking about falling iguanas. I thought you were talking about a band because it's a pretty cool band name, right? But
it is a good band name.
It's a great band name, but yeah, iguanas are my favorite reptile. Fun fact, and so it's just sad to just imagine them dropping for just. It's just sad. It's sad.
Weird.
I hope they're okay.
It's weird.
Brandon, what's your favorite amphibian?
Platypus.
Yeah, and what's your favorite mammal?
The platypus is a mammal, Brandon.
It's an amphibian, right?
Yeah, no,
Come
it's the
on.
mammal, and it's very unique because it lays eggs, and but it is a mammal that lays eggs. I better be right about this because I said it with a lot of confidence.
I didn't come here for a zoology quiz, all right? Leave it to John Hanson.
All I'll say about the iguanas, I had an iguana. I didn't have iguanas. My brother had an iguana as a kid, and he loved to take it out and while I was sleeping, put it on the bed and let it crawl all over me to wake me up. So as long as these iguanas live, I think it's hilarious. Just the thud, thump, and then the iguana just is like, what? And then just keeps on going. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
If you don't think that's funny, there's something wrong with you, not me.
Yeah, I was just in Florida, and the iguanas are out there like squirrels. So you would think it wouldn't be this big deal, but it really does kind of impact your day-to-day life in terms of where they are and how the little lizards run into your home and stuff like that. It's a bit much for me.
They fall on people's heads sometimes, and that's even funnier. That's like 2 jokes
that
in
almost
one
happened to me.
iguana. Yeah.
That would be a sight.
All right. Well, moving on. After the break, Dr. Anthony Fauci got his vaccine, and he tells you should be getting yours. We'll talk about that and why one White House aide, a top health official, is out. We'll tell you who and why after this.
News you need to know. Dr. Anthony Fauci got his coronavirus vaccine today live on TV to prove to people it's safe and that it's effective. He got his first dose of the Moderna vaccine at a National Institutes of Health ceremony, and he's encouraging all Americans to take advantage when they have the chance to.
I feel extreme confidence in the safety and the efficacy of this vaccine, and I want to encourage everyone who has the opportunity to get vaccinated so that we could have a veil of protection over this country that would end this pandemic.
Meanwhile, Fauci's coronavirus task force comrade, Dr. Deborah Birx, says she's going into retirement after her holiday travel scandal blew up Sunday. She was accused of not following her own travel advice when photos circulated of a family gathering she had after Thanksgiving at one of her vacation properties in Delaware. She called the ordeal overwhelming and says she's going to stay on top to help the Biden transition. Then she is out of there. This really did blow up on Sunday, photos circulating around, and I think it plays into how this coronavirus and the vaccine and everything has been politicized the way it has. It's become so divisive, so polarizing that we're not extending any grace to people. I didn't have that much of a problem with her seeing some family. Yeah, it's contradictory, right? But I think we all just need to be a little bit more empathetic to what it's like as a human during this, especially someone who's working on the task force with this.
Yeah, someone that's worked really hard and been a voice of somewhat reason during all of this. I feel a little bad for her that she kind of got caught up in it, but every other public official, it seems like, is doing the opposite of what they say, so she's just one more on the list. When you take a look at these vaccines, there's been a lot of controversy about who's getting them, right? Like a lot of congressmen and senators who are young and healthy. And I want to know what you guys think about some of those folks getting ahead in the line. Do you think that's important or not? Felicia, you think it's cool with folks like that getting vaccines even if they don't really need it?
If the leaders, you mean the elected officials?
Yeah.
Yes, I do think they should. I think they should be leading the way. I think they should be leading the charge. Not only do they have a platform, I mean, they're many of them, not all of them, are the ones who are talking about getting this vaccine in and the importance of it. So they should put their money where their mouth is and lead the way.
Yeah, you see, I think the complete opposite. I think these legislators haven't done their job. They just gave us, $600 to struggling Americans who have been just really needing support, and they haven't provided it. It's just too little too late at this point. The people who need the vaccine first are frontline workers, those in the hospitals trying to battle this thing, not these legislators, I think.
But they should get it first, for sure.
Oh, I think we've given out 600,000 vaccines already. 435 elected officials isn't going to make a dent in that thing. And for some of those officials who are staunch Republicans, who are against lockdowns, who even spoke out about vaccines, do they really work? They're the ones that should be getting it, and it should be airing on TV, because maybe some of their idiot followers, sorry to say, the people that don't believe that this is a real and that it's a hoax will follow their lead. Like if they're getting it, maybe it's taking it seriously. So maybe a lot more people will get it in the long run if a few of them get it first.
Let's hope.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah. Hope I didn't go too far. I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on this, but if you think that this is a hoax, I'm sorry. I think you fall in that category that I listed.
Just do more research, please. Do more research.
Yes, very much so. All right, lots of positive news, obviously, about the coronavirus. We've been talking about vaccines, but some of those are going to take some time. But antibodies could be the trick. I chatted with Dr. Shamil Shohan from Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine and Didi Gregorius, who's actually the shortstop for the Phillies, about how antibodies work and how to get the word out about them.
So people that have had the infection, coronavirus, they make antibodies, which is part of the way the body protects itself against infections, including viruses. And then those antibodies can be found in the plasma part of blood. And we can get that yellowish material plasma from people and then infuse it into people that have the infection or are at risk for infection, sort of like an instant vaccine.
That's incredible. And it's certain, and this has striking implications for people that are infected, right?
Sure. So plasma therapy has been used for over 100 years, and we're using new technologies to make it up to date. It's already been given for coronavirus in several 100,000 people in the U.S., and that's people that are in the hospital. And what we found is that if you can give it early in the course of hospitalization, that's when you have the best outcomes. So we're trying to push that even further to prevent people from ending up in the hospital in the first place. So somebody that has a mild disease or even a more severe disease, but not severe enough to put them in the hospital, that could be a person that it might be effective in. And then somebody who's had an exposure face-to-face with somebody with coronavirus in the past few days, then we're trying to see if that would be effective as a way of preventing infection from happening in the first place.
Didi, how did you get involved in this? What's your role? Getting the word out, I imagine.
Yes, exactly. Getting the word out is the most important part. So people know what's actually going on with the trial and everything. So, and if they want to find more info about it too, they can find it at covidplasmatrial.org. And it's the best thing to do. One hand will help the other out. So that makes it easier. Even me personally, I have a chronic kidney disease, so it helps and prevent people like me to end up in the hospital. So this is like the step to get there. There's a vaccine and everything is going out there, but like Doc said, it's not going to get to everybody right away. So this is like an in between to get there.
Dr. Schramm, how does it exactly work? Who are you looking for people that have had it? How long ago? How do they do it? And just kind of walk through the specs of how that works.
Sure. So for the people that would be right for this particular trial are people that have been exposed face-to-face, whether it's at home, at work, in the dugout with another person that has coronavirus in the past few days, 4 days or less. So that's post-exposure prevention. That's one trial. And then the other trial that goes along with it is people that already have the infection but haven't been sick for more than a week and aren't sick enough to be in the hospital. That's the other trial. And in both of those situations, we give a unit of plasma, and that plasma is tested against high antibody plasma versus regular plasma, and seeing if we can prevent infection from happening in the first place or hospitalization. And we're hoping to find a solution that the combination of the vaccine and this, and hopefully get us well enough so that I can take my son and go to Wrigley Field and have an old style and eat a brat.
Doctor, you're explaining the exact scenario that I am looking forward to most in 2021 is having a beer, sitting in the bleachers, and have fun. I imagine, Didi, you can't, I mean, you played without fans, but I imagine you can't wait for fans to be back.
I can't wait. You want that normalcy back, so the fans are there, they're cheering you, so you get more energy, you be more pumped. So I think I can't wait for it to be back to normal.
That's great. All right, let's get the information up on the screen one more time for where people can go to sign up. You heard the doctor mention it there as well. Really, we need a village to get this done. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we got to be able to get there, and it's going to take a lot of people.
2020 put you in a sex rut. Well, we got an expert to help you get out of it. Our girl Kookie Daniels shares how to spice up your sex life in the new year. That's coming up next. Okay, everybody, we always love having this next guest on our show because she teaches us how to pop, lock, and drop it in all the right places. Kookie Daniels from Cookie's Dance Den joins us now. Cookie, I am so happy you're here. And look at this red hair. You are showing up and showing out, girlfriend.
Tis the season.
The red, your hair is as red as my shirt. I love it.
I'm here for it. You know I'm getting down. Is that people notice me?
Yes, yes. It's all a business move. That's what I love about you. Okay, so you are having your classes virtually now with everything that's going on in this quarantine and the pandemic. Tell me what you're doing.
Thank you so much for bringing that straight up. I appreciate it. We have now launched Cookie's Dance Den live stream memberships on an amazing platform. So no matter where you live in the world, from the comfort of your home, you're able to take live stream classes with me and my entire team. And on top of that, we also have Cookie's Dance Den on demand, where you can download videos and do step-by-step tutorial. So the difference in them is sort of like cable TV. You pay one price for cable, but if you want to watch a premium movie, you just have to pay for it different. So it's going to be off the chain. The energy is going to be the same. You can do twerk, tease, fitness, lap dance, or whatever your poison. And we are here available at people's leisure. We're here. We're here.
Yes.
We're here for you.
Well, let me just say, first of all, I'm happy to hear because since the last time we talked with you, you're clearly expanding your empire. So congratulations to that. And this goes far beyond just, some sexy, fun dance classes. It's a lot deeper than that, right?
Absolutely. I just put a post up yesterday of a woman who actually said that I saved her life, because in class, I'm always teaching that you're not actually just dancing, you're pushing your body to do things you didn't even think your body could do. So once you build that mind frame around, I can do something, you take that outside the dance studio. So it'll make you ask for a promotion at your job. It'll make you ask for more in your relationship. So it's a very, very amazing thing to do as a woman.
You can follow Cookie on social media, and for more information on her virtual classes, go to classeswithcookie.com. Okay, that's Cookie with a K. Hey.
Yeah.
George Papadopoulos.
Yeah, two big pieces of breaking news. The president releasing a lot of pardons, including George Papadopoulos, and a video. He's not signing the stimulus bill. He's sending it back to Congress to amend it.
Wow.
He just posted that video after saying that he was going to do it. We're just getting that. I'm just looking at this video that he just posted a minute or two
Unbelievable.
ago. So,
absolutely unbelievable.
That's shameful, really.
Throw out everything we just said about the stimulus.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get to the rewrite.
Yeah.
Clickety clackety. Oh my goodness.
600 was better than nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, he wants more.
I'm just thinking about all the families that needed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully they can get something done.
He listed a litany of things that is also in this bill that he thinks is unfortunate. A lot of people agree with him, but man, they worked a long time to try and get this.
Yeah.
That's a long,
yeah.
I don't know. And it's the
Disappointing.
holiday. When is Congress going to do this? I don't know.
January
Well,
21st.
When Biden's
never
in
lie.
office.
Yeah, you ain't never lie. This is trouble. Mentioned it again in the well. I don't know.
Oh my
Charlie,
God.
Charlie goes to the chocolate factory, and that's
Oh my
Charlie.
God.
Charlie goes to the chocolate factory, and that's where he meets Willy Wonka.
Oh,
But the
okay.
movie is called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I thought it was Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
I mean, it is.
It is, but it didn't mean
write
to
it.
the book.
But the book is called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You guys are like, you're right, but you're wrong.
It
You're
was-
not right in the
No,
slightest.
you're
You're
not
not right at all.
You're wrong.
You're not
It
right
was
at all.
not. It was not a memoir. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, Felicia, I know that look on your face. You knew what was up.
Because you
This
guys
is
are
the
saying
part she
yes,
gets
but
hung
you're
up
saying
on.
no. I don't know which one it is. You're saying yes and no.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
said
hello.
pretty much the same thing last time that she said there. It's
Yeah. Mhm. This is
Charlie,
the jam.
Willie.
This is Felicia. This is Brandon in for Amy Rutledge. We were just kind of talking about the breaking news of the president with this video that he posted on Twitter saying that he wants Congress to amend the stimulus package that they worked months on to get to his desk. He hasn't vetoed it as far as I know. And it might just be a technicality for some, but he's asking Congress to amend it. Congress may say, no, that's the bill, and then maybe he will sign it after that. It's more of a
But that's
veto
something good to clarify because it's not vetoed 100% yet. So there's still a chance that this could pass. Again, a lot of families waiting on the edge of their seats to get this check, waiting at the bank for that check to cash. So hopefully it will be passed.
Yeah, and it's worth noting President Trump was advocating for $1,200 checks, not $600. So maybe that's the amendment.
Yeah, at one point he wanted $2,000 for people. He's been advocating more money for Americans than a lot of politicians have. I'll give him credit for that. As we move along here, after the 1918 pandemic, ooh, history. You know I love this. After the 1918 pandemic came the roaring 20s, drinking, dancing, and a sexual revolution. Well, a Yale professor says that we should expect the same thing here in the 21st century after this pandemic. Brandon, I know you're excited for that because you've been pretty bored these past 9 months.
Hey, listen, whatever the 2021 guy version of a flapper is, I'm gonna be rocking it. Okay, I guess that's a bro tank or something. But yeah, we about to be out here in these streets. We about to pop bottles. The Hennessy is on deck like we won a championship. Okay, the Roaring 2020s, bring it.
Hey, I'm going to be out here, okay? I cannot wait to bust out of this pandemic new and improved. I am ready to take it on. I'm going to be in the club. I'll be popping bottles right next to Brandon. We already party together, so.
I will say that I've always looked at the 1920s as a period I'd want to live in, but being a gay dude in the 1920s probably didn't go all that great. You know, although we had the Harlem Renaissance.
No comment on this end.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is the three of us can finally have our Roaring 20s.
Okay.
It's about time.
Yeah,
it's
about time.
Yeah. I think we can all agree we're ready to say bye, Felicia, to 2020. We've got Chicago actor and comedian Calvin Evans here to chat about how he's helping us ring in the new year. Calvin, you're actually preparing for a show, right? Tell us about it.
I am. I partnered with Zanies to produce the New Year's Eve comedy show streaming, so you don't have to leave the house. You can stay at home with your family safely, and you can get some grade A quality Chicago comedy.
That's exactly what we want, exactly what we need right now. What kind of, you think we're going to see like recurring themes of end of the year, or how do you make sure it's not just a whole bunch of COVID jokes? Like we need something to break it up, right?
Well, the comedians, I got some great comedians on the show. My good friend Michael Isaac, the wonderful Chris Higgins, and also Jeannie Dugan. They're gonna put on an amazing show. And I mean, obviously, we have to talk about 2020 as a whole and our experiences and life as it is. So I think I got a good mix, including myself, to kind of break that up and talk about some life things outside of 2020.
Well, let's just wrap up some of the things that got you through 2020. What are some of the shows that you binge watched?
I binge watched Umbrella Academy and Black Lightning on Netflix. Like that was I just fell in love with those shows, and right now I'm watching Gotham. So I'm 3 seasons in.
What about restaurants? Where were you ordering out at?
I'm ashamed to say I was in Taco Bell ridiculously.
What?
I was Taco. I'm not proud of it, but I was in Taco Bell a lot.
Time out. You are from Chicago, right? Are you based here right now?
Yes.
Okay. And you're eating Taco Bell with all the awesome restaurants that we have, although Taco Bell is very tasty.
It's close by. And it's cheap.
Nice. And so who were you texting all through quarantine? Who'd you text the most?
My parents, just always checking in on them. Making sure they okay, asking for money. Just, just the normal.
Typical. Nice. And then what about hobbies? Any new hobbies get you through quarantine? Because everybody is trying to like redecorate their house and revitalize themselves. And some people went back to school. What'd you do?
I started cycling. I got really into cycling. So I started biking 20 miles a day.
Well, no, wait. Seriously, 20 miles?
20 it's actually not. If you do 10, if you ride 10 miles one way and then turn around and go back, that's easily 20. It's not.
So here's the thing. I do cycle, and I'm getting in about 7 to 10. That's double.
It's not. I'm telling you. Once you get in the groove, it's you good. And I gotta balance out the Taco Bell. So I'm like 20 miles.
That is awesome. You guys, as you heard, tickets start at just $10, chicago.zanies.com. You can get all the ticket information right there. Chicago's own Calvin Evans, make sure you're checking him out. Make sure you're supporting him. Of course, get some really, really good laughs in the mix.
And speaking of laughs, the teaser trailer for the much anticipated Coming to America sequel has finally dropped with lots of familiar faces and a look at the plot.
You must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears you have a son. He must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America. Oh, hell no, Your Majesty. Come on.
Good to see those two back together again. Eddie Murphy's back with Arsenio Hall on a journey to find some long-lost son we haven't heard about to be the heir to the throne who's in the United States. I don't know, but it comes to Amazon Prime in March 2021. I'm sure that's the big mystery the movie trailer doesn't want to reveal yet, but I'm cautiously optimistic about this. Coming to America, one of my favorite films of all time. And Eddie Murphy is still funny. Arsenio is still funny. I think they're going to deliver.
Yeah, they also had who was it? Wesley Snipes and Tiana Taylor. They were in there too. So the casting looks absolutely amazing. The only thing that gives me pause, I don't understand how the old guys from the barbershop are still there, still alive. It just makes me say, like, wait a second. Yeah, maybe you're right. We'll see. I'm tuned in. I'm excited. I will be watching for sure.
Brandon, I was so pleased yesterday when you gave me an invitation to the picnic or the cookout, whatever you want to call it.
It's a
I
cookout,
have never
not a
seen.
picnic.
You got a plate.
Well, hold on, a cookout. I got the invite. I've never seen Coming to America. I feel like I must hand this invite back to you.
Why would
I
you
think
even
I'm
tell
out
us
now.
that? Why would you even
I
tell
couldn't
us
even
that?
get that right. I called it a picnic. That's the whitest thing I could have called that thing.
Right.
So
Just
I
for
gotta get
that,
another
you would've got it
invitation
taken
back.
You just lost your invitation.
Wow.
We're saying Coming to America. No, seriously, you got to watch it.
I
Eddie
know.
Murphy is
I know.
iconic. You know, there's so many other Black comedians that stand on his shoulders. Please don't go into 2021 without seeing it. And they always play it on BET
Felicia.
and VH1 around the holidays.
So
Felicia
I've
pulled the
seen,
black
like,
comedian card on you.
Well, I like Eddie. I like all of them. I've seen like bits and pieces of it on TV, right? It's like one of those movies that's always on, as you said. So I've seen it, but I never like sat down and watched it. But everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Marcia thinks it's a really funny movie. My mother. So
Yeah.
I got to follow her and your lead and see it. Then I'll see too.
Yeah, it's a
we
Black
go.
cult classic. It should, I guess, a cult classic for everyone but John.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry, guys.
You'll get there, John. You'll get there.
Fix
Well,
it,
I'm going to have
Jesus.
my own little. You all are invited to my picnic if you ever want to come. Okay.
No, we don't. Who made the potato salad?
All the cheese, and everything. Okay, coming up, a performance that you will not want to miss from the incredible actor Kat Cunning. We catch up with them after the break.
Hey guys, and coming up, this year has felt like 1,000,000 years. So we're gonna test everybody's knowledge to play, it's called, what's the game called? I can't even remember the game. Hindsight in 2020. Get ready to play. We'll be coming right back.
All right, Bing Crosby, you can stop dreaming. No White Christmas. Rain tomorrow, then temperatures drop like 40 degrees. It's going to be really cold for the holiday. Okay, so pleased to be joined. Our next guest, a singer, actor, known on the Netflix show Trinkets. Kat Cunning joining us right now. Kat, how you doing?
I'm so good. How are you? I love the holidays.
I was just going to ask, because you released this Christmas album, and that has to come from a real place. I don't think anyone can fake enjoyment for Christmas.
It's true. I really, really love Christmas music, and I was raised on all of like the classic serious ones like Bing Crosby and Judy Garland and stuff like that. So I was excited to do one of my own songs that sort of harkens back to that category instead of all the pop stuff you hear in the mall all year.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, I love it.
Love it. Yes, exactly.
All I want for Christmas is iconic.
You've had a good 2020, obviously. Everything's a little different this year, but a really exciting 2021 coming out. A new movie with Jennifer Lopez, who, by the way, her character name is Kat in the movie.
Oh my God, it was so confusing. And the director's name is Kat Cunningham, or once was Kat Cunningham. So I was like so confused the whole time I was on set.
In a little bit, we're going to hear Oh Holy Night. It is my favorite song, Christmas song of all time. Why does that resonate with you so much? Why choose that one?
Well, I don't come from a family of artists, but I did get to listen to my dad sing this song in church growing up, and it was really impactful for me. So I wanted to do my best to do it justice because it's my favorite too.
Okay, well, you go get ready for that. We're going to hear from you later in the show. Let's put up the information for everything, all of Kat's social media, and we're going to hear them sing a little bit later on. Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Cannot wait. Okay, everybody, we're getting ready to play, but we're getting ready to say bye-bye by playing the game Hindsight is 2020. So we're playing this. We've been playing this, and tonight we're getting legit with these boards. Here's how it works. You're going to write down the month and year you think that this event happened. If you get it right for being in 2020, you get a point. You get a bonus point if you get the month and year right. Are you guys
Am I in
ready?
first place overall or no? Who's got the leaderboard
We've got
right now?
the leaderboard. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
You are, John.
Oh,
Shocking.
okay.
I knew that. That's
I'm
why I
not
called for
losing.
that.
I'm tied for last place.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great way to look at it. Everybody gets a trophy.
Amy is very lucky.
2020.
Amy is very lucky that I'm in her place because I'm about to take the lead.
Yeah, Team Brandon.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I hope you can fill in Amy's shoes here. Okay, let's take a look at this first one. Jessica Simpson publishes tell-all memoir. When
Jessica
did this
Simpson.
happen?
Oh, Lord.
John. No.
I don't know.
This is
You
Don't
mean
show it
that.
yet, Felicia.
You don't
Oh,
mean that. Okay,
Oh.
we've got Felicia's answer in. Everyone else, let's see them.
I'm doing December
All right,
2019.
a lot of
Right.
2019. Oh, it's
October, November,
Brandon, you got
December
the glare.
2019.
October 2019. Okay, let's see. When was this? I hope it's 2019 because everybody said
Oh,
2019.
Everybody wrong.
Still,
Wrong.
0. Okay.
We played
That
this
was
for many
also
nights,
fun.
and I have 3 points. Okay.
Well, you know, John, you still got to try. Okay, Prince Andrew steps down from public duties after Jeffrey Epstein's scandal.
Oh, that feels so
Dum,
recent.
dum.
Ugh.
This
us
is what's
when.
so hard about this game. Everything feels so long ago, but also very recent.
We ready? 1,
We
2,
have our
3.
answers. January 2020 for John, May 2020 for Felicia, December 2019 for Brandon. Let's see.
Oh,
November
man.
2019.
Brandon gets a
I
point
was
there, though, for
closest.
19.
Nobody.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Brandon.
All right.
All right.
/ Amy.
Okay.
What's next?
FCC gets 1,300 complaints against J-Lo.
Who would
Oh.
complain about J-Lo?
Oh, I know why.
I know. I got it.
This
Don't
is,
say anything,
yeah.
Brandon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. John says February 2020. Felicia, Feb 2020. Everybody says February 2020. Is it 2020 February?
The Super Bowl. Yeah.
The
We all
Super
did it.
Bowl. Yes.
Brandon,
All right.
Because the
in the
only
lead.
other thing
All right,
she's
so
done
Brandon
is
took it
post
away.
bikini body selfies.
Yeah. I'm
The only
still
thing
at
she's
first.
done this
So-
year.
Yeah.
So that's a Brandon Pope
back.
win, right? Yeah.
That is a Brandon Pope Amy win. Oh, it's that time. It's time for KG's top 3. Here's what you need to know from social media today. Diddy, Mr. Sean John Combs, Puff Daddy. You get it. His mama turned 80 and he surprised her with a $1 million check and a new Bentley and this Instagram post. Can we all just appreciate Mama Diddy? Look at her. She looks fabulous for 80.
Jazzy.
And this caption is no edit, no filter. So that is just how she's looking. She's thriving. We love it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Happy to see
And
it.
moving on, there were a lot of Twitter jokes that we all loved in 2020. The comic relief got us through it, me especially. So here are some that we all loved that all got over 100,000 likes. All right. So this one is from March. Nobody, celebrities. It's not that hard. Just stay home. Their houses, basically an amusement park.
Yeah, pretty much. They have
Pretty
so
much.
much
Invite
entertainment.
me over. Give me a plate. Feed me. I want to be in
This
the pool.
one, can't wait to walk down the aisle. Not get married.
Yeah.
Just take a trip. Get on
That's
a
a nice
plane.
plane. Very clean.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, and this one's so good. Worth a shot. Put that
Oh.
2020 in rice. Can we
Yeah,
revive
yeah.
it? No, we can't. We can't.
Might as
All right,
well.
and coming in for number 3, nothing surprises me in 2020, not even this naked man who was walking through LAX. Yes. So
Okay.
this is real. This is real. It was posted on Instagram by the flight attendant. And if you're wondering, it's been confirmed on Instagram. He was not wearing a mask. He was fully just out there. No socks, no undies, no problem. That is just
Hey, but he
that's
saved
social
on
media
baggage
content we
fees.
need.
He saved on baggage fees though. No.
Why? Why is he doing this? What was his point?
That's just social
I mean,
media.
maybe
That's
he's just
people on the
proud.
internet.
Maybe he's just proud. You know, wants to show it off a little bit. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
I'm trying to come up with an airplane pun. I should have thought of this before the show, but it's just not
Yeah,
working.
come on, John.
working for
Where's
me,
that
yeah.
comedy at?
I don't know. It's
Well-
abandoning me right now.
Our producer said,
Looks
where
like,
did he hide his clothes? That's a good question. He didn't
far did you
arrive
think he
there
was
like
gonna
that.
get?
He got there, took his
You-
clothes off, and then walked. Logistics.
You usually get the tiny peanuts when you're on the plane, not before you get on the plane. There we go. There we go, John. There we go.
That was good. Brandon, dang
That
it.
was good.
Oh, I can't think of anything. My mind is gone. I'll think of
Have
something.
I
in the
stolen
break.
John's quip ability? Oh wow, this power.
No, hold on. I'm gonna get out my joke book. Hold on. I'm gonna get it out. I'll figure it out. I'll be back
He
with a
would
joke
write
after
those
this.
down.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
You ain't never lie. So, like, look, if I'm sitting next to the naked guy on the flight, I know what I'm going to grab in case of an emergency as a flotation device.
What would that be?
That's pretty. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Oh, all right, Brandon wins.
Give us the
Everyone-
crickets. That's right.
It is, okay.
Is that a sexual innuendo?
Yes, of course it was, Felicia. What else would it be?
There was an
I
attempt.
just didn't get it.
Good attempt, John. We all know the comedy king is me. It's okay. We can't all be as
And
funny.
if it
as Brandon
doesn't
Cook.
if it doesn't inflate on its own, you know what you have to do to it. So, anyways, okay.
Oh,
yes, thank you. Okay. All right, everyone.
All right.
It is time to say goodbye. And we're going to do it in a much more family-friendly way. We're leaving you with a bit of holiday cheer. Singer Kat Cunning treated us to a performance of "Oh Holy Night." Take it away, Kat.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices on divine, all night that Christ was born. All night divine, all night divine. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder